Okay, buddy. Today on Single Discoveries, I am down the street from the Connecticut Charter Oak Monument in Hartford, Connecticut. If you don't know, this oak tree once contained the Connecticut Charter for the King of England, giving us the right to have a colony in Connecticut. In the 1600s, with representatives for the king, they were in a meeting. Power went out, and someone took the charter and hid it in an oak tree. But this is not about that tree. See my other video. Today, I am down the street at a building that used to be a Polish club. Now, it sits to be something else. Right here is a flood marker for the Great Flood of Connecticut River in 1936. When the river itself reached 40 feet above where it usually is. To have the effect, an average house is 2 stories, that's about 20 feet. There's 2 average houses, a 4-story building, were underwater. The flood estimated it led to 150 to 200 deaths across the Northeast, and millions of dollars of damage in 1936 dollars. Roughly 100 million back then is equivalent to about 2.2 billion in today's money. Back then, they didn't have what we have now with flood controls. The winter of 35 to 36 was extremely cold. More snowfall than usual. In March, when the warmer temperatures arrived, it began to melt, causing the water levels to rise. Connecticut was hit by very significant storms back then. A lot of rain came down. The deaths of the rainfall marked the period as one of the greatest concentrations of rain in that time, in that small area. March 12th, flooding, the first time the flood occurred throughout the Northeast, from Maine to Pennsylvania. Multiple rivers overflowed, including the Hudson. 20 people were confirmed dead from flooding. It was hailed as one of the worst Connecticut floods in years. New Haven Railroad, the Central Vermont Railroad, both reported numerous washouts of the tracks. Houses were carried away. Evacuations were ordered. That is the first time. The second flood was worse. Happened less than a week afterwards, which led to the deaths of the people, 150 to 200 people. 200,000 people end up being homeless. I am roughly an average sized person, and this is above my head. This marker is about 40 feet above the Connecticut River today. Maybe 10, 15 feet above the ground from where I was standing. Keep in mind, this marker is taller than an average sized NBA player. What do you think of that? It's a once in a lifetime thing. Your grandparents would have been around for it. 150 to 200 people died. And unfortunately, this is around in a span of 2 decades. Led to a lot of rough time for Connecticut. Connecticut River flooding. Roughly a decade later, the Hartford Circus fire. I've done a video on that before, so feel free to watch it. But this is about 10 to 15 feet high in the air. 40 feet is what the Connecticut River hit. 4 stories. Can you imagine that? It must have been horrifying. It must have been scary for these people back then. I can't imagine now, and I live in the modern day. Can you imagine it? The flood of 1936. It led to the Flood Control Act of 36, a direct result of the floods, and led to significant investment in flood protection, funding the construction of levees, dams, reservoirs, and other methods, in hopes of preventing another flood. Unfortunately, they were not enough. But this has been the story of the flood of 36. And please, come to Connecticut. In this one road, you'll find the flood walker. You can't really grasp the significant impact as you're standing there. And up the street is the Charter Oak Monument. Connecticut. Remember to always keep seeking. Never know what you discover. Always keep discovering, because you will find what you've been looking for. Seeking for. It's a time. Thank you much. Have a great day.